Hey, my name is Nina Means. I'm the director for the Austin Community College Fashion Incubator, and I am so glad to have you guys here for ACCFI Presents. We are here with Stephanie Beard of ESBY Apparel, right here in Austin, Texas. It's an incredible brand of, beautiful, just airy, light. The clothing is just beautiful. You have to see the brand. You have to go online and check it out, sbapparel.com. But we're so delighted to have Stephanie here, the founder and creator, the leader of ESBY, with us today. So, Stephanie, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. We have been going over this whole series on reopening retail and what that looks like for brands, especially in our area. We want to be able to talk about that and kind of share how brands are navigating this time and what that looks like and what the new normal may be. I'd love to hear from you. Can you just kind of tell us a little bit more about the brand and who the customer is and what you guys have been doing kind of before the pandemic hit?
Certainly. Yeah. We just turned 6 years old this February. I launched the brand here out of Austin, and we opened up our brick and mortar in October of 2015. So we're going on 5 years having a brick and mortar space. Our clothes are all made in the USA, extremely comfortable, made of all natural fabrics. So our customer is generally female. We have some male customers as well because we do have a small male and unisex offering. But
Nice.
we offer apparel that is super easy to wear and very comfortable that you can wear from day to night. I came from the industry in New York as a menswear designer for the majority of the time I was there. And I was really eager for, button downs and pants and items that were very menswear-esque, but don't fit my curvy body. So
Mm.
that made me want to start a collection that would focus on apparel that you can wear kind of over and over again, day after day. What I've always said about menswear is, and men, and usually how they buy clothes, is that a man will buy a piece of clothing and just wear it into the ground for years. And
Mhm.
usually it's a little more timeless, a little more classic, so they can get more wear out of it. So we
Right.
try to teeter that line of um, kind of like the blouse that I have on now. It's a part of our spring summer collection, and
I love
I'm not.
it.
I also wore it yesterday. I just wear it.
I love it. It's beautiful. I love the color too.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just so comfortable. It's just kind of a vintage take on a button down.
Uh-huh.
And so we kind of teeter that line of pulling in vintage designs and things that we know will either like cycle back around or stay in style for a little while. So our customers that usually come to us, we are a premium brand, so our prices generally run above $100 and below 300, sometimes below 400 if it's an outerwear piece or something. So um, people are shopping for investment pieces with us, things that they know that they're gonna, feel good in and love and get to wear for a long time. I moved to New York right out of college. I had a fashion degree. I went to school at Appalachian State University and then moved straight to New York when I was 21, got a job at Tommy Hilfiger. So I and worked in New York for 10 years. I never would say that I really made it, in New York. It was tough, and to save money to be able to start a brand like this, I knew that I couldn't start it in New York. My money would
Mhm.
not go far.
Right.
So I saved for years, and a few reasons brought me to Austin. One in particular that I cannot deny, my husband, who I was dating at the time, we were dating long distance. We're both from North Carolina. And
Oh,
he moved to Austin. Shortly after we were dating, he was like, "It's in the works. It's a plan I have, and I'm going to do it." And when we started dating, I was working at Converse as a menswear designer. And I one of our seasons was inspired by Austin, Texas. So
Wow.
they sent one of our concept people to Austin to take photos and immerse themselves in the environment here. Unfortunately, that person had too much fun while they were here. Partied on 6th Street the whole time. Didn't get any concept for us. So I just had to go online, go to the web, look up Austin, and from my studies, I just loved what I was seeing. I'm definitely like a natural down to earth person. Uh,
Mhm.
love summertime, and winters were tough for me in New York. So I knew that those were going to be things that I would love about Austin and fit well with the aesthetic of my brand. Um, Huge reason, top 5 places in the US to start a small business. It has been
Huge.
a world of difference. The second I landed here, I started working at Stag. I knew I had, experience in menswear, so that would take me far there. I did not have experience in retail other than when I was working retail back in college. I wanted
Mhm.
to learn buying, wholesale. I wanted to learn it all. So I got a part-time job working at Stag and just, got to know the owners, Steve and Don, and they've been amazing over the years, just kind of helping me learn. So that was great. And anyone I would meet in Austin, I'd say, oh, I'm starting this brand, ESBY. It's going to be made in the USA and apparel for women that last. And everyone was like, oh, you should meet my friend. They're a makeup artist, or you should meet my friend. They, are a pattern maker. It was just a
Amazing.
world of difference than my experience when I was in New York. So it's been so amazing and it feels like home.
I couldn't agree with you more. I love the story of how that transition to Austin, really kind of it does sound like it was kismet, that you had to like do all the research and and then you could fall in love with it on your own. I also landed in Austin because of my spouse, and so I totally understand the transition from New York City. But you're right, like Austin has a very different way about connecting. It's much more open. It is very entrepreneurship friendly. That's all for today. Thanks so much for joining us for ACCFI Presents. Definitely come back and join us next week for our next segment in this series. If you particularly enjoy the content that you're seeing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep up with our conversation on our social media handles at ACC Fashion Incubator on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you guys next time.